Good morning, students and families. You all have made it to another Friday of your NTI week. Today is Friday, April 24th, and we are going to get started on our reading lessons. There is one minor mistake. At the top of your reading packet for today's paper, it tells you that the story's in your key book. It's actually in your lock book, and it's on the page numbers are correct. However, it is in your lock book on pages 424 through pages 427. And it's called Energy is Everywhere. So this is an expository text. So we know that expository texts are true. They contain real information and real facts. And you are going to see several different text features. You'll see some pictures. You may even see a diagram. You'll see some captions and some bold words. Okay? So now is a good time to pause this video to either listen to Energy is Everywhere online or to read the story to yourself, or maybe read it to somebody else in your family. And then we will pick up on the questions together. Okay, just a reminder, you're not using your closed reading companion anymore on Fridays. We wanted to make it a little bit easier just to keep up with everything. So all you need is this packet. So there's no closed reading companion with this story today. So there are 8 questions. We're going to do numbers 1, 2, and 3 together. And then your job today is to finish numbers 4 through 8 independently. So number 1. What is the main idea? Main idea of a story is the most important part, or what that story was mostly about. So when I'm reading this text, what was this main idea of the first paragraph on page 424? So it wants to know what this paragraph down here was mostly about. Okay? So it says several different options. A, energy is essential to our lives. Essential means it's important. We need energy. B, we do not need energy. So that's the opposite. C, we only need energy sometimes. Or D, Miss Brewer wants to adopt a dog. So what is the main idea? Hopefully you're thinking A, energy is essential to our lives. We need energy in our lives. Number 2, based on your answer to question 1, what key details support the main idea? So we're going to actually have to go back into the text. Now we said energy is essential to our lives. So our key details need to support that. We need to find key details from paragraph 1 that support it. So I'm actually going to read paragraph 1. And as I'm reading, I want you to think, what are the key details? I'll give you a hint. I'm looking for 2. Thunder and lightning forewarn of an impending storm. Massive gray clouds roll in, hovering over the neighborhood. A heavy rain falls from the sky, flooding the streets. High winds push and pull at the trees. A large branch snaps off and falls onto the power lines below. Suddenly, we cannot turn on lights, cook, watch TV, use computers, or do many of the daily tasks we take for granted. Electricity, the particles of energy that travel down Ben Franklin's kite string during his most famous experiment, is essential to our lives. So when the power went out, what were we no longer able to do? Look what it says. We cannot turn on lights, cook, watch TV, use computers, or do many of the daily tasks that we take for granted. So that is showing that we need electricity to do all kinds of daily functions. And then at the very bottom of that paragraph, it actually says, if you see experiment where it's highlighted, it actually says electricity is essential to our lives. So there is the main idea. So go ahead and write both of those key details for number 2. Number 3 asks, What information do the photographs and captions on page 425 add to the text? So here are the pictures on page 425, and the caption says, sunlight and sound are just two of the many different kinds of energy. So the caption tells us that sunlight and sound are examples, and then the pictures show different examples of energy. So there's the sound energy, and then it looks like this girl is skiing at the lake, and so she is water skiing, and you can see the sun. So the sun is giving off energy in this picture. So your job today is to complete numbers 4 through 8. Remember, there's no closed reading companion. This is it. Complete these 4 questions, and you are done with reading for the day. So, good job. Another great, successful week of NTI work and reading, and I will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned. Math is next. Bye.